Good afternoon and welcome to St. Clair County EMA for our briefing here. I'm joined with EMA Director Herb Simmons. And Herb, before we get started with today's topic, talk a little bit about what's going on in the COVID world today, because it is definitely still here and we're seeing some pretty big spikes in the numbers.
Exactly, and as you know, you ran the numbers earlier today. The message is out there, and COVID is still in our community, and the good thing is our hospitalizations are down, which is really a plus for all of our nurses and doctors, but it's still out there running around in the county.
Yeah, we're still in that medium range, and the only reason we're in that range is because of our hospitalizations being down. If our hospitalizations were up, our cases per 100,000 are actually high enough to put us in the high transmission range, but we remain in that medium transition range, seeing a milder cases, but definitely an increase in the cases.
Right, and those milder cases is primarily because people have been vaccinated, and that's what we want to continue to stress that word. If you haven't made that decision yet, you need to really consider doing it.
Absolutely. Vaccination is available at the St. Clair County Health Department by appointment, and then many of the pharmacies and stores throughout the county have options available for your vaccination. So if you haven't done it or you're due or eligible for a booster, please take the time to make sure you do that.
Very good. And we got some special guests today.
We do have some special guests today. We're joined by Cherie and Ashley from St. Clair County Animal Control, and they brought some friends here with them as well that they're going to introduce you to.
Well, and that's what we wanted to do. Cherie, why don't you come in here? You brought some furry friends with us today, and before we get too much into that, I just wanted to talk to you about the impact. I know over the pandemic, we worked quite close together, all the department heads did. Can you tell our viewers what type of impact the pandemic had on your department, your animal control service?
At the time of COVID, when everyone was having to shelter in place, the adoptions rose. All of the adoption facilities in the area, I mean, a lot of them, as soon as they adopted out, and got one in, it was going out the door. The people were working at home, they could spend more time with their animals, and everyone thought, this is wonderful. Now, things have changed. People are either going back into the office instead of working from home, or they have just decided, I need to do some traveling. We're tired of being cooped up. The airlines are now going, it's time to enjoy.
So now we're saying just the opposite.
We are seeing the opposite. Right now, all of the shelters, this is nationwide, are in a crisis. Every animal service facility, the shelters, they are all at full capacity. There are places, very large facilities, San Antonio, out in Las Vegas, Cook County, they're seeing the same problem. There are more animals, there's 100,000 more dogs than there were last year at this time.
Wow. And so that's kind of what brings us to today. Your shelters, the cages are full. Mm-hmm. And so we came up with the idea that we wanted to come and showcase a few of these furry pets and see if there may be somebody out there that's in need. Who do we have right here?
This is Simon, and this is Theodore. They are brothers. They are approximately 14 weeks old. When they are adopted, they will be neutered. They will be old enough for their rabies vaccination, their registration. They will be microchipped, and they are just full.
They are full, I'll tell you. Look
full of energy.
So Simon and Theodore. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, well and they're brothers, so
yes,
it's a package deal.
There was an Alvin, but he did get adopted.
Well, hopefully today we'll have some of our viewers look and say, hey, we'd like to have Theodore and Simon here. Hey, come here.
Yeah, they can come down to the adoption center. The fee for a kitten or a cat is $70. If someone is interested in a dog or a puppy, the fee is $95.
Okay, yeah. And we have another one here. Ashley, who do we have here?
This is Yuki.
Hi, Yuke. We've been playing, haven't we? Oh, look at that. And he is a husky mix?
Probably husky mix of some sort, yes. About 4.5, 5 months old.
Oh, yeah. Just
super
chew
cute
away.
puppy.
Look at that. Can you look there?
Look at the camera.
Say, come on. Somebody take me home.
So I
Look
got
at
two
them
different
eyes.
colored eyeballs
Wow.
and some big old beautiful ears.
Yeah. And his name is Yuki?
Yuki, yes.
Yuki. And look at him. He just, yeah. He's looking at the cats over here.
Yuki is a big fan of
Yuki,
kitties.
Yeah. So there you have, we have these furry friends. Yuki needs a home. About how old is Yuki?
About 4.5.
4.5 months.
Yeah,
and,
4.5 months.
And you said he'll probably get about twice the size, maybe?
Yeah, about 55, 60 pounds full
Yeah,
grown.
but just full of love. I tell you, he just really just behaves good. Look at him sitting in the chair. He's going to take over. He's going to be the boss. He's going to be the boss of the office here. So, and we got the two brother kitty cats here. And so all you have to do is, what number can they call if they want to get information, or do they have to come down?
They can call 235-0585 extension 2. That goes to our adoption center. The adoption center is open Monday through Friday from 1 to 5. So if you call in the morning and they don't answer the phone, leave a message. They are taking care of the animals.
The animals, yeah.
And then they are also open on Saturdays from 10 to 4:30. And we are on the St. Clair County webpage. If you go to Animal Services and then Adoption, it will show all of the pets that are up for adoption.
Oh, well, there you have it. Cherie, like she said, this is a nationwide issue, problem. So we're asking for some help if you're at home and if you've got an extra room, and if you want to take Yuki, all you have to do is call the Animal Control Center. They're the adoption center, and they will, I'm sure, assist you in helping it, because we do need to find these furry animals a nice home. Somebody's going to take care of them. Cherie, you were talking about you have quite a few dogs that appear to be pets that have been abandoned. You think that's because people are, like you said, going back to work, but it's kind of terrible when you say they're picking them up strays, but you said their nails are clipped,
Yeah, a lot of these dogs, they come in, they're housebroke, their coats are clean, their nails are trimmed. Someone has cared for these animals. Of course, they don't have a collar on with the phone number. They don't have a rabies tag on.
Or a chip.
They don't have a microchip. Ashley has, in fact, if you'd like to let them know about, we have reached out to the different municipalities.
Yeah, so we have reached out to each individual city or village and found a point of contact for each individual city that I can email information to, just so it kind of hits more to home. I feel like people who live in O'Fallon don't necessarily follow lost and found pages, and sometimes they can be super confusing too. So like the city's police department, or if they have an animal control page or a lost and found page, anything of that nature, just kind of sending all the information for animals that might have come from their jurisdiction, and then hopefully it will help in getting them home.
Good.
Yeah.
One other thing I want to talk about before we run, 4th of July.
Oh, yes.
That's
4th of July.
That's got to be a problem for these furry
Very much
friends
so.
of ours. What can you tell our viewers the impact it has on these animals?
We have a large increase of animals that come in as strays, and honestly, we don't have room for them right now. Best option for your furry friends this holiday season is to keep them home. It doesn't matter if you think they're going to do okay at your friend's barbecue. The fireworks are no joke. Just keep them home where they know they can be safe and secure, and you're not going to lose them. It's inevitable. They will run off.
Make sure if they do have a microchip, make
Yep.
sure you contact the chip company. Make sure your phone number is correct in case something would happen. Make sure your pets have a collar on with a rabies tag, a phone number. If you don't have that, take an indelible marker, write it on the outside of the collar. But like Ashley said, the best case scenario for 4th of July is get your dog out early in the day, get all the activity in, before the family gatherings or what have you. Even though you would take your pet with you to this particular, relative,
Right.
4th of July, keep him at home.
Leave them at home.
In a-
That's where they're safe. That's their
In a
environment.
safe room with their,
Look at you.
their crate or their, favorite blanket. Turn some music on for them. and they'll be
Yeah.
safe.
Wow. Well, I really want to thank you both for bringing in these beautiful animals. Yuki, I think I got me a friend.
I think so.
I'll tell you. We may have to make him the
Yeah.
mascot here. Yeah, wouldn't it? Yeah. And the
I
little
love
kitty
that,
cats.
huh?
Yeah. So you've heard it, Ashley and Cherie from the St. Clair County Animal Control, trying to get these beautiful animals adopted. You've heard her talk about it. It's a nationwide problem, just not here in St. Clair County. So if you can help, that's what we're doing this far today. We want to let you know that these furry friends of ours are out there and they need a home. You heard us talk about the 4th of July. Leave your pets at home. You know, I know you want to take them and show them off to your family and friends and at the barbecues or the swimming parties, but once the fireworks go off, if they take running off in a neighborhood that they're not well known in or their surroundings, they could come up lost. So follow the instructions of what Cherie and Ashley have told you here, and then your furry friends will be there when you get home after that nice barbecue this holiday. So I appreciate you coming in today.
We appreciate
and
it.
like I
Thanks
so
said,
much.
if we
Thanks
get any
for having
calls
us.
here about them, we'll lead them your way, and we'll try to find you a home. Yeah, look at that. All right, and that's it from St. Clair County EMA. I know we came back, we was here a couple of weeks ago, but you know, we wanted, this is important. We got to help get some room available at the adoption center, and we're counting on all of our St. Clair County residents, and if you know somebody in another county is looking for an animal, you know where to tell them to go to. We'll see you next time for the next COVID update and maybe some other surprises that we'll be bringing. Have a good holiday.